Hi y'all, I'm Allison. Today we're going to play a little game to pick some more books for me for July. I need books for the 3 challenges that I'm doing, which are Buzzword Covers, and Aeldia Adventures. Of course, being July, I will be sticking with the USA theme. I want some patriotic books, and hopefully I can work some more into my TBR. I don't know, we'll see, because I did have to work with the prompts that were provided for us. Now, if you haven't seen Just Drop It before, I have picked 6 books for each prompt, and the game is going to narrow those 6 down to just 1. So I will finish this video with 3 new books on my list. We still have a tiny bit of setup to do because we need to determine which one of these numbers is going to be replaced with the wild. All I got to do is give these a quick little shuffle, pull a card, and whichever color we get, that number will disappear, and if it lands there, then I get to pick which book makes the final cut. Okay, so oops, I could see it in the little viewfinder. Okay, so now I can't see them. And we'll take this one. Pink is our wild, which means that number 3 does not exist. So the buzzword prompt is profession. So some kind of a profession or profession-related word has to be in the title. I have 6 books, obviously, because that's kind of the whole point. The first one is The Emperor's Code. Emperor, that's a profession, that's a job, right? And this is part of the 39 Clues middle grade mystery adventure book. I've been wanting to get that onto my list because I've stalled on that series. I have The Lace Maker and the Princess. A lace maker, that is a profession. And this is historical fiction, potentially in middle grade. I may have gotten this when running one of the book fairs for my kids way back ago. If it wins, we'll look into it a little closer. I believe it's set in Paris. Then my American history one. I really want to read this book. It's Thomas Jefferson and the Tripoli Pirates. The Forgotten War That Changed American History. Yeah, if you watch The Fat Electrician, you may have run across this video in regards to this. This is a book I bought for my son a couple years back. And I've been wanting to read this. So it's going on the list. Oh, and by the way, a pirate is a profession. Didn't say it had to be a noble profession, but it is a profession. I also have some ebooks. The Vicious Vet. I'm using this nook as a placeholder. This is part 2 in the Agatha and Raisin mystery series. I believe this is set up in New England, or maybe it's even regular England. I don't know. It's been a while since I've read the first one. Kind of Agatha Christie type, really cozy mystery theme. So obviously that is a profession. Then we have The Professor's Assassin by Matthew Pearl, which is this prequel to The Technologist by Matthew Pearl. This is like a cold case set at MIT back when it was being founded. So this one is a short little novella that happens before this one. Hence a prequel. It's a little hot in here. It's frying my brain. And then I have one more ebook, which is The Anatomist Apprentice. And this one is 18th century England, historical fiction mystery. And it's a pioneer in forensic science. That could be really good too. Okay, now, what am I doing? Oh, we have to assign numbers. That's what we're doing. Here they are. First, I have to remove number 3 because that is no longer an option over there. Now I've got the rest of the numbers. I'm just going to give these a little shuffle and attach them to the books. Well, assign them to the books. Okay, what I'm really hoping for is the Thomas Jefferson book. I really, really want that one. Or The Professor's Assassin. Not only because I'm interested in the book itself, but the page count would be really nice for a bingo maze. All right, let me find this. And it doesn't matter where I drop it, so I'm no longer drawing a rock because I can't see what number we're aiming for anyway. So let's just go right here. Oh, I get to pick. I have the choice. Oh, no, wait. I gotta slow my roll. That means I get to pick a number. And so I'm kind of gambling. I could do it both ways. I could just pick the book. Or I'm going to pick a number. So I'm picking 1 through 7, except for 3. I want number, we're going to take number 4. Whichever book has number 4, that's what I get. Okay, are you ready? I'm nervous. I should have just grabbed a book. Oh, the Emperor's Code would have been good too. 4? No. Oh. Okay. No. Thomas, do I get Jefferson? Dang it, I missed it by 1. Oh. I think the book that I want least is The Autonomous Apprentice. I think. Okay. I'm hoping for a Professor's Assassin at this point. Vicious Vet. That would have been good. Okay, ready? Okay. Oh. I may not have gotten Thomas Jefferson, but I got a 60-page novella, which is awesome for Bingo Maze. That is so awesome, because I didn't do too well during phase 1. Okay, we've got our buzzword book. The Professor's Assassin. Like I said, it's a prequel. Okay, I'm really excited that this one, let me see if I can remember this, but I'm getting my American history, which is awesome. So William Barton Rogers is one day going to become the president and the founder of MIT. But in 1840, he is just a science professor at the University of Virginia. He epitomizes the strong and liberal ways of Mr. Jefferson's university, a controversial experiment in progressive thought and laissez-faire governance. Then a startling event rocks the school to its foundation. Riots led by masked volunteers begin rolling the campus, exploiting its attitude towards discipline. When one of his colleagues is brutally slain, Rogers is going to have to become a man of words and deeds if he's going to catch the killer and keep an essential institution from collapsing. So this is going to put, I guess, the university at risk too. So the book is going to recreate a shocking, true to life and all but forgotten crime from Boston. So I am looking forward to it. And then it gets into the technologist, which happens at MIT, I believe. So I really I've read one book by Matthew Pearl before, The Dante Club. I absolutely loved it. And I'm really looking forward to reading something else by him. All right, let me clear this. We'll set it up and then we'll move on to Buzzword Covers. I'm really bummed I didn't get this one or this one. This one, I don't care. Buzzword Covers, we need a metallic element on the cover. So it could either be foiled or just something that is obviously drawn to look like it's metal. So I have Thieves Gambit, and you can probably see there is silver and gold foiling on this one. This is a YA thriller, I believe heist book. That would be a lot of fun. And then I have part 2 in the Need series. This is an old YA fantasy, fairies, and she's obviously got gold on her as her eyeshadow and the title and whatnot. And I have an Avi book, The Book Without Words, A Fable of Medieval Magic by Avi. And this is all in gold. So middle grade, a very small historical fiction. I have some dark academia, gold all over this puppy. A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. This was a YouTube darling for a while, and I still haven't read it, even though I bought it years ago. I didn't write it, I bought it. And then I've got The Golden Spoon. This is a cozy mystery, at least I assume it's a cozy mystery, based on Great British Baking Show and some kind of a locked room mystery, or murder rather. I've seen where it had very polarizing reviews. I think it might potentially be a bomb. So I would like to get to it to find out if I'm going to like it. I'm hoping it'll be a fun one. And then I pulled a classic, Peter Pan, Barnes & Noble edition. It's got foiling everywhere, lots of silver. This has made it onto my list before, but I haven't read it. And I'm trying to remember if I've ever read Peter Pan. It was as a child, and I don't remember. I vividly remember the Disney cartoons and all of that, but I don't remember reading the book. I probably had a Golden Books version. All right, let's drop it and see what we got to assign numbers. My sweatshirt and the lights are making me roast, so it's making it, yeah. Apparently if I get too hot, I can't think. It's connected. which is ironic because I live in Texas. You know, we kind of have to deal with the heat all the time, but not when you're inside the house. Then you expect things to be cool. I'm trying to resist the urge to turn on the fan. Okay, so let me set these up. All right, this time, I think I want either Captivate or the Golden Spoon. I think those would be good. Okay, you ready? Let's go here. Number 4. That's the number I chose last time. Creepy. Okay, let's see where 4 is. Ready? This would be a good one too, but not this month. Okay, Captivate is number 2. Oh, look, 1, 2. Okay, Avi. 7. Nope. Golden Spoon. This is one of the books that I said I would like to read. Oh, I got it. Okay, so I'm going to find out once and for all if this book is any good or not. I am really curious. I really want it to be good. I love books that are like reality TV shows and stuff like that. For some reason, I think because it should be a light, good, easy read, fun time, with hopefully a good mystery to it. We will find out. Oh, I can't put the number in there. All right, the last one we have to choose is Aeldia Adventures. Oh, and I have the announcement for the poll from Just Spin It. So if you voted on that, I'll show you which one won after we do Aeldia Adventures. Now, in June, I was at space 6B. I can't remember what that was. Okay, yeah, I was at 5B. I was moving to 6B by solving some traps. And this time, I am going to be on the night watch, and I have to read my books while I'm at it. So my prompt is I can only read my book at night, which is perfect. I have to do the lymphedema machine every night. So this is my opportunity to get an ebook on there so I can read it while I'm doing my sessions. Perfect. I have a dedicated book for it. So I have chosen 6 books from my list of ebooks, and we're going to pick one out right now. In no particular order, I have A Rogue by Gina D'Amaco, I believe. This will complete the Croak series for me, which I absolutely love. Then I have the 4th book in the Alphabet Mysteries, the Alphabet Killer, or whatever the series was called, Lindsay Milhone by Sid Grafton. So I'm on D is for Deadbeat. That would be an investigative mystery, a detective that was set in the 90s. So you get some nostalgia. Then I have Hexed by Kevin Hearn. And this is part of the Iron Druid Chronicles. I'm only on the 2nd book. And this says everything supernatural. Love the 1st book. And I really want to continue on with that. Then I realized I have a collection of old... Look, it's my very first Nook ever. Oh, okay. So anyway, I was like, hey, I've got a lot of covers and stuff, so I could have one for all of my ebooks on here. Next up, I have Tidal, I believe, by Amanda Hawking. This continues another series. This one, there's Sirens, and it's YA, and I believe this would be the 3rd book in the series, which I actually really enjoyed. This one is just an empty old case, and it's going to represent a number 15 in the Stephanie Plum series by Janet Ivanovich. I am up to a finger licking 15. And I think this is another, it's another Nook. Yeah, I have a little bit of an addiction. So it was supposed to be you bring it in and they would give you a discount on the new one, but they always let me keep them. So whenever I upgraded, I kept my old ones. But you never guess what my favorite cover is. So the last book is A Soul Thief. This is part of the Demon Hunter series, and it's part 2, but I have read this series multiple times. Absolutely love it. It's one of my favorites. Demon hunting down in Georgia, and the romance it's a YA little romance, and it's just, I absolutely love it. We're looking for a YA one. Looking to Demon Trapper's Daughter. Okay, those are my 6 ebooks. I think I managed to remember the author in all of those. That's what I picked series that I need to finish or that I've been working on instead of starting another one. Okay, so out of this group, I'm hoping for Hexed or Soul Thief. I think the Demon Hunters or Iron Druid out of those. So let's see what I get. I'm going to go right here. Wild. Okay, so I get to do it again. I set a precedence last time, so I'm going to do the same thing, and I will pick a number. This time I'm going to go with number 3. So let's see. Okay. The pressure's on because I chose the number. Ready? 1. Nope, not Rogue. D is for Deadbeat. No. Okay, here's one of the ones I was hoping for. No. Title would be good. But no. I screwed up. I can't pick number 3. Number 3 doesn't exist. So, I'm going to drop again. I'm going to reshuffle. We'll do it again. Was anybody trying to tell me through your phone, computer, tablet? No, there is no 3. Because if you were, I didn't hear you. So you got to be louder next time. Okay, I'm going to assign new numbers. Drop it again. And we'll go, let's go over here. So that's still in frame. I thought for sure it would just kind of drop. I thought it was guaranteed to do one of those two. I did not expect it to go all the way over. That's kind of cool. Okay, now we're looking for number 5. You ready? Oh, okay, I get Rogue. I'm not upset by this at all. I'm a little rusty on the series, but I'll finish a trilogy. Should be a lot of fun. She is the niece of the Grim Reaper, and she's being trained to take over. And, okay, I forgot. This does tie into my Americana theme for the month, because at least in the first one, she, very briefly, she's rebelling at home, and she gets kicked out. I think she lives in New York, so she's kicked to live out in the sticks with her uncle, and that's where she discovers that, you know, he's actually Grim Reaper and she's a descendant. And so she's in this little town that has everything to do with reaping souls, and her parents are totally oblivious to everything that this is, you know, that happens over there. And by the way, this is all just like the setup of the book, but in there there's, I think it's like the library or something, and there's keepers, but you can go in there and it's everybody has passed on. So it's like a waiting room, I think, for heaven, if I remember correctly. But I bring this up because in there are the founding fathers, and they are like pulling pranks on each other. So like Ben Franklin's in there causing trouble, Thomas Jefferson, Edgar Allan Poe. So you get a little bit of Americana history in there. It's such a fun series. Check it out. Croak is the first one, and that's in the first book. It's those scenes with the, yeah, it's Edgar Allan Poe, and I don't know if he's fighting with, maybe it's Thomas Jefferson, Ben Franklin, or Mark Twain. But they're like doing like food fights and things like that. It's so much fun, and a really good book too. Okay, I'm gonna stop gushing about this. This is my Aeldia book that I will be reading while I am doing my lymphedema machine. So this worked out really good. I got 2 ebooks, which is awesome. So when I finish one, I get to continue on with the other one. Considering one is just 60 pages, it'll be one night. And then I finally will get to find out if I like this book or not. And during Just Spin It, I had a vote. And our 3 contestants were 84 Charing Cross Road, The Lost Letters from Martha's Vineyard, and From Twinkle with Love. These were our options, our candidates. Coming in last place was Twinkle. Twinkle got 3 votes. Yay, at least she showed up on the board. And Martha didn't fare much better. Letters from Martha Vineyard, she got 4 votes. Although I really want to read both of these. But 84 Charing Cross Road won by a landslide. I think it was like 21 votes if I counted correctly. So this is going on my TBR too. Thank y'all, everybody who voted, because I needed the push to read this because it's one of my most anticipated, which means it will sit there forever. It's kind of like a Schrodinger's cat kind of thing. but everybody has been singing its praises, and I can't wait to finally read it, which I will be doing during the month of July, hopefully during Bingo Maze, which should be coming up soon. At least I'm going to start playing now that I've got everything filmed and set up. So I hope to see you in the next one, and I am going to go turn on the AC and cool off. I am roasting. All right, have a good one, and I will see you next time. Bye.